we took a look at pulp covers, but that's crap compared to the awesome movie posters that we got in the 80s and 90s, especially for the sort of schlock that TJ loves. It's schlocky 80s and 90s movie posters with a few legitimate pictures thrown in for good measure. Tonight on Deep Fat Fry.
Deep Fat Fried.
I'm calling it right now. Best episode we've ever done.
What?
Best episode we've ever done right now.
So I will briefly tell you the origin story of this episode.
Okay.
Last night I was doing research, and then all of a sudden I had an opportunity to do a drama stream. Paul, you were there. You participated.
What are you talking about? I don't remember this.
It's ancient history by now, I'm sure. But I decided to do that, and then once I was done, I was like, all right, now it's time to do the episode. And I'm like, fuck this. Coolman, get me some posters from 90s and 80s movies. And then I sent him off.
Is there any rhyme or reason to the
selection?
There
is no rhyme or reason to the selection.
So don't view this as any sort of pattern.
Well, it's basically tired TJ instructs Coolman, who does some work for us sometimes.
What did you say?
Give me 80s and 90s movie posters.
So that was it.
I didn't even actually say that to him. I told him, get me VHS box art from the 90s and 80s for horror movies. And then somehow that became, here's posters for various genres from the 80s and 90s. But whatever.
Okay.
I'll work with it. Look at this. How can I not work with this?
Cocaine Wars.
Look at it. It's Cocaine Wars.
Is it Paul Newman or is it a Paul Newman lookalike?
One man against the world's drug armies.
I'm pretty sure we're dealing with a Paul Newman lookalike, because if that was Paul Newman, it would say Paul Newman.
It would say Paul Newman in huge fucking letters, right?
You would figure, but you never know.
That is not Paul Newman. It says it's starring.
You never know.
Starring John Schneider. Yeah, Paul Newman's like
Rob Schneider?
Would be.
Is that Rob Schneider?
John Schneider.
No, dude, it's Rob Schneider with the M16.
Dude, look at this
gun that is.
Look at this dude's bulging. You think his muscles were that impressive in the actual film?
No way.
I mean, obviously, it had to be, right?
No way.
Cocaine Wars.
Had to be.
You know, if one of these films, by the way, along the line looks particularly compelling, we can look for like a trailer just to kind of see if it measures up.
I mean, this one's got all the tropes of a bad, schlocky, like late 80s, early 90s action flick. It's got the damsel in distress, the shirtless torture scene, and the guy screaming while indiscriminately firing a large caliber rifle. Pretty much everything you want to see on an 80s movie poster that's schlock action.
Apparently, and there's no cocaine on the cover, but cocaine apparently is involved.
I mean, there were probably rules about that shit too. You know, you couldn't put like certain things. Maybe, I don't know. I've never seen a cover that's got like a big mound of cocaine on it. You know,
There should be though.
This is not schlock, but
I'm sorry, I've never heard of this movie. You guys ever heard of Aliens?
I mean, it sounds pretty generic.
Yeah, sounds kind of boring. I mean, like,
Aliens.
what is this? Like a woman with a gun and some kid? This looks fucking lame.
I mean, you know, this is like probably a piece of crap, I'd say.
Some lame little eggs are opening up. What is this movie about? Eggs or something? I don't get it.
So all the you got the motherly protectiveness going on. You got the eggs, which also imply motherhood. There's a lot of fucking mother subtext in this movie.
You've seen the
not
original,
really subtext, just text.
Well, I mean, going into this, if you had seen Alien, you're like, oh shit, you're in the thick of things, because she's clearly looking off at something, like, and you know,
right? She's looking like,
what the fuck?
So the implication is kind of like, what the hell is that kind of thing? Like, what is she looking at there? Because like clearly there's like a threat that's like big.
Well, it's a well-designed poster for that reason, because it shows her surrounded by weird shit that would make us make the same face she's making, but we don't get to see what's off screen that is taking her attention away from all the other weird shit she's surrounded by. So
it's like there's all kinds of crazy shit, and it's just like you don't even care about that, because like whatever's over there is fucking like that demands 100% of my attention. And right now,
great design.
And they were right to think, by the way, that this this is like descending action scene here, this final like culmination of events in the film, was the biggest draw, and that just shows you that it's a really well designed film. You know, typically like finales are kind of like you know, they don't quite live up to the best parts of the film. This is a movie that is relentlessly paced and builds to a beautiful crescendo of final action. So it's all implied
and the poster
there, along with the
that
subtext.
sort of why. Yeah.
Along with the subtext that TJ mentioned about like the strong themes of motherhood that exist throughout the film being implied in this poster without saying
I wonder if Cameron had direct input on the poster, knowing his level of control over his projects. Probably
I'm sure he probably did.
I would guess that he, if not outright like conceiving it, definitely signed off on it before it went live and had input on it.
Oh, almost certainly.
But here's a real fucking picture. Whatever.
Damn.
Fuck that aliens bullshit. This is 1990. The Bronx Warriors. The first to die were the lucky ones. I mean, what more do you fucking want, dude? You got the far-flung future of 1990. You got Apache Jones here fucking firing a gun once again indiscriminately into the air.
Yep.
I mean, this is pretty accurate. I mean,
you got dudes on horseback with whatever the fuck that is.
Well, don't you always talk about the War of 1988? So, I mean, doesn't this make sense?
Well, this is not the War of 1988 though. This is the War of 1990 with the Bronx Warriors.
They were saying the first ones to die were the lucky ones. I'm assuming this is a couple years on since all that shit went down.
I mean, yeah, I think you're right about that.
So
this is like the fucking living in the hellscape that was left after the War of 1988 desolated the planet.
Themes at play here too that we saw in Cocaine Wars, right? Like,
yes,
the
of
fucking
course.
damsel in distress, the indiscriminate, you know, shirtless badass firing a large caliber weapon. This one has some cool kind of like motorcycle exploding out of the poster action. There's like a real sense of like motion and action to this one. What?
Hold on.
Oh my god!
We're gonna look at a trailer.
Talking about Paul. Okay, when you see this, my friend, you will see why I laughed.
Oh no, this is not even. This is the actual full fucking movie here.
Does this poster? Does the movie live up to that?
Let's
you
see.
judge. You judge.
Yeah, we'll see really quick. We'll just watch the whole film real quickly. Oh, Vic Morrow.
Oh, okay, cool. Vic Morrow's in this.
I know Vic Morrow.
Yeah.
This is just like, oh yeah,
Christopher Connolly.
when you'll put on the fucking shoulder pad.
You'll see why they don't want to show this.
The intimidating rollers, like you can't cut from a. Oh yeah, this
Fake as fuck
Look at that.
tattoo.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's what
actually.
I'm talking about.
This movie's
That was
starting
what
to
set
like.
Scott in.
I'm starting to be sold.
Oh,
Dude, I mean, like,
goddamn Schlock, Paul.
I was sold by the poster.
Paul's like, oh my god, this is great.
I want to see these dudes roller skating around
Holy
and killing
shit,
each
this
other.
is like a fucking. There's a goddamn Viking pagan funeral going on. Okay, maybe I was wrong about
Yeah,
this movie.
check that out. That happens.
Dude, a biker pagan. Oh shit! Zombie
What the
sword
fuck?
fight.
Old zombie dude.
Okay, I actually love this movie.
Yeah, this movie looks great.
Oh god. You know what? I saw the design and that was horrible, but no, I'm loving
whatever. There might be tits in this, so I probably should like.
But yeah, hey, dude, if you show me a pagan funeral, I'll show you a good time.
Un gatto nel cervello. Nightmare concert.
What the fuck? This looks awesome.
There's a cat looking at you through an upside down human skull.
This is a dope poster.
I mean, look at the fucking cat's claws and shit.
That's like an evil little Bombay Manson cat, you know, just looking out at you, or Cricket. But Cricket's kind of fat. But
Cricket has lost a lot of weight.
Cricket's slimmed up.
Cricket is, according to the vet, at a healthy weight now.
Okay, well, never mind.
Cool. This is called, by the way,
but when you guys see Cricket, he's a different cat.
The translation, the direct translation for un gatto nel cervello or cervello is a cat in the brain.
Holy shit.
This is one of those Italian horror films, probably complete with terrible dubbing, directed by Lucio Fulci. He actually stars as a fictionalized version of himself, so he's doing a meta commentary kind of thing.
What is the... I mean, I know the plot.
Driven by violent visions that he experiences behind the camera and offset, feeling like he's losing his grip on reality and disturbed by murderous fantasies, Fulci consults a psychotherapist who is secretly a serial killer and using hypnosis, exploiting the director's vulnerabilities to his own murderous ends.
Oh, fuck, dude, that's horrible.
So this dude put himself in his own movie as the star, playing himself.
I like the plot, though. It's all like, I need help for these murderous fantasies. And it's like, it goes to an evil serial killer. It's like, oh, let me just manipulate you into killing people.
I will hypnotize you into doing my bidding. So pretty cool. This is the killing of Satan.
When I saw this, when you were fucking going through this shit, this one is the highest bar to me. It's like, look, I'm willing to have Satan be killed in a movie, but I love Satan. So it's like, there's got to be, it's a pretty high bar for you to convince me, like.
Well, let me ask you this, Scotty.
Does that doofus kill Satan? No. That better not be the guy that kills Satan. Let me ask you a question.
What power should a man possess to challenge the Prince of Darkness?
The Kamehameha, dude. Oh, no, fuck that. The Spirit Bomb. You need the Spirit Bomb.
It's got to have the Spirit Bomb, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Spirit Bomb.
This is another one that I can... Let's see. I'll fucking pop up on a... Oh, man. Yeah, this is not...
No. I want to go to the final battle with Satan, dude.
You want to see how it all wraps up?
Yeah, like, how the fuck do they defeat Satan? I mean, he said the killing of Satan, so I'm assuming...
I mean, a lot of times these movies don't even contain the things that they claim to, but...
I'm well aware of that, teacher.
There you go. Yeah, he's gonna... There's some snakes.
There's a snake.
I guess this is hell, maybe?
Okay, this is hell. All right, Satan, where are you at? Okay, we see
another snake.
Oh, don't let it cave in. Don't let hell cave in.
Wow, yeah, that guy looks like he's going to kick Satan's ass.
Is that Rob Schneider's dad?
So I don't know. There might be tits there, but...
Well, we don't want to see the...
I don't know. I mean, nothing even happens. Is this Satan's lair?
Okay, so Satan's going to be killed.
Where's Satan?
All right, so Satan... Show up and fucking fuck this dude up. He's taking this chick.
I'm rooting for the devil. Let's do it.
All right, come.
That's it.
What? Where's Satan?
I don't know. He just pulls her out. That's it.
Where's like? Can you just scrub? All right, never mind.
No, there's no Satan. There's no Satan.
All right, okay.
20. I can't even. Is that supposed to be 18? It's kind of hard to read.
The Fall of New York.
The Fall of New York. There's a fucking monkey with a scimitar coming at him, dude.
If they can deliver on that premise alone, I'm sold.
There's a fucking goddamn monkey with a scimitar coming at this motherfucker.
Look, and they have the trope with the guy shooting the gun, like the laser gun, but he's not yelling. So this one's a little bit of a highbrow film, in my opinion.
It's apparently supposed to be 2019, The Fall of New York. So this happened really recently, you know? Like, look at this shit.
Monkey with a sword. Monkey with a sword.
Since the nuclear holocaust, 20 years have passed. But planet Earth has been reduced to a garbage-strewn radioactive desert.
Accurate so far.
Inhabited by humans devoid of all hope for a future.
Right. eerily predicting the actual 2019.
So far, this is...
In exactly 30 seconds, the hunters and exterminators will begin total disinfestation.
Cool. Flamethrowers. Guns.
If you go to New York and bring us back that woman, I'll guarantee.
So this is just Escape from New York.
Yeah.
So awesome. How about The Shadow Zone? Beyond Alien. Beyond The Thing.
Shadow Zone, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Are you really trying to fucking promote your movie by shitting on Alien and The Thing and be like, it's better than that?
Let me tell you something, Scotty.
That's a fucking super high bar.
On the dark side of dreams, a new terror takes shape.
That lame fucking shit on the cover. Now the chick in the tube, whatever.
That lame shit, Scotty, that thing is beyond Alien and beyond The Thing.
Number one, both those things were revealed like, well, The Thing is, I mean, it could be whatever the fuck it wants to be. Alien was fucking revealed at the very end of the movie, which is why you build up tension and suspense and you don't know what it looks like. And if is that what the alien is supposed to be? That thing there? Are they actually revealing it on the fucking cover?
Yeah, that's fucking it, Scotty. What do you want?
So they fundamentally just don't even understand. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Was that the alien? Beyond The Thing? Beyond Alien?
Hold on, I gotta show you this, Paul. There it is.
How fucking high were they?
beyond the thing, beyond alien,
beyond aliens,
beyond disappointing. Beyond
it doesn't
lame.
even look. It doesn't even live up to the lame cover art. It's literally just like, I don't even know. You know,
it looks like fried chicken got
remember in
the jaw.
Remember in Gremlins 2 where there's the one that drinks the serum and then it grows vegetables all over its face?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that.
That's an insult to that. That's an insult to Gremlins, dude.
Incubo.
Whoa, I like this one.
This is like, they're fucking exterminating like mutants or some shit.
You see there's like a chick there. It's just like, she's like, no, please. So I think they're exterminating humans.
Oh, cool. And it says, oh, Hugo Stiglitz is in it, TJ.
Ah, Hugo Stiglitz, eh? That's a fucking talented guy.
I don't know. I mean, like, she must have some like fucked up shit going on. Because I'm assuming these guys would want to, I mean, look, I don't want to be fucking sexist.
Well,
but
I'm assuming incubo means she's incubating something. Maybe there's an alien in her.
Oh,
there was a lot of
shit. She got an alien.
There was a lot of alien ripoffs going on around this same fucking time period. So, you know how that goes.
Well, we'll never know.
Challenge of the tiger.
This looks. See, now this is a terrible poster. This is like too busy. The stripes across it don't add it. They like subtract from it, make it all muddy and weird looking. The dork that's screaming on it looks like a total nerd.
He totally does. But Bruce Lee with one E is in it though.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Bruce La.
Yeah, nothing about this looks interesting. You have the fucking dude that like I guess they're trying to make look imposing, but he looks like he's just taking a massive shit. You got two guys with these guns. Like, there's too many guns. They got this one dude looks like he's like this with a gun. It's like, what is he doing?
You guys are just afraid to take the challenge of the tiger.
Yeah, I was deemed unworthy, and so was this fucking movie.
Well, here's a movie that won't be deemed unworthy. David Carradine in Future Force.
Now, you're a big Carradine fan, TJ. I know, Paul, I'm assuming you are too.
I mean, probably not as big as TJ. TJ worships the Carradine.
Cops. He's got
TJ,
cops on his. He's got a robot arm.
Have you seen Future Force?
There's
TJ?
riots going. I have not seen Future Force.
Gapping your knowledge.
He's got his David Carradine scowl on.
One thing I can tell you is I guarantee you the prop for his arm, it does not disappoint, I'm sure. I'm sure nothing about this poster is in any way deceiving or disappointing to the audience. Let's see.
Here, hold on. You be the judge.
The power glove?
Shut up, Scotty. Hold on.
The power glove even exists.
Don't insult the great David Carradine, you piece of shit.
Maybe predict the power glove.
Hunters of the
Look at that.
You've committed a crime.
He doesn't have his robot arm yet.
David Carradine is setting the standard in.
You have a right to die.
Couldn't get. Look at Steven Seagal ripoff.
Future Force.
Damn. Where's his robo arm though?
It's coming. He's gonna. Obviously, he loses his arm somewhere in the film.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Jesus.
Teen titty
Future
films.
What? Wait. Hold on.
Did he just use a fucking laser? Okay. That's pretty fucking cool.
Damn.
Be a nice guy.
A mercenary police.
He's drunk.
force.
Did you hear that?
I mean, he's
nice guy.
Well, wait a minute. David Carradine drunk on the set of a motion picture. What are you talking about, Paul?
Sorry,
No way.
I shouldn't cast
That's
aspersions.
not the David Carradine I know. The man never touched a drop of liquor in his life.
An undercover reporter.
I want her dead in a box 6 feet underground!
I'm only going to say this once.
I will.
I mean, I
There
would
it
say
is.
it lives up, Scotty.
I'm gonna say it was.
I would say it lives up.
All right. You think so? All right.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's pretty fucking. It doesn't live up at all.
No, here's why it didn't work. And all they had to do to make it work, it needed a like when he moves it, like they needed to lay in some fucking mechanical.
Yeah.
Because him just waving it around, it makes it look like what it is, just a prop, you know.
Anyway,
Damn, dude, these movies look good.
I mean, yeah, I love Schlock. This is, of course, High Schlock from John Carpenter.
Awesome poster, by the way.
Yeah, the poster's great.
I mean, it just shows you kind of, it basically tells you the entire movie with this poster.
I think this is a long tagline, but a fun one. You see them on the street. You watch them on TV. You might even vote for one this fall. You think they're people just like you. You're wrong. Dead wrong. They live.
Oh, man, this movie is so great.
I love this fucking movie. Every time I sing this movie's praises, there's always an asshole who's like, I tried to watch it. That was total dog shit. It's like, well, you're a moron and you should be shot.
You know when Roddy Piper and that other...
Oh, go ahead, Scotty.
I was saying, you know when Roddy Piper and that dude fight, they have that great fucking long fight scene?
That's the best fight
Anyone
scene.
that says that, Roddy Piper's ghost just needs to come out and do that to them for like 7 minutes and just beat the fuck out of them.
Dude, they wouldn't last 7 seconds with Roddy Piper's ghost. What are you talking about? No, dude, They Live is fucking great. And yeah, I actually like when people come out with cold takes about They Live because it's just a person that I write off as a human being completely.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're garbage. I understand.
Yeah, you know nothing about cinema.
I understand. I understand what's going on. Gremlins 2, I actually referenced this earlier. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Here they grow again.
This is a great poster. Because like the first Gremlins, they were just mindless monsters. They had a little personality difference between them because the Mogwais that they come from have a little goofy personality to them. But this,
the main one that had a personality was like Stripe,
right?
The fucking guy with the mohawk and shit,
right? And the googly-eyed one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like a little fucking crazy and shit. But like they went with Gremlins 2, they upped the fucking creativity of the Gremlins. Like they took it to like crazy levels.
Well,
like everybody
to like
all kinds of shit.
They take it to like a comically absurd level that you would think would have ruined the movie with its total absurdity, but it actually makes it, in my opinion, a more watchable film than the first movie, which is rare.
Dude, Gremlins 2 kind of sucks because so many movies that came later get fucking all this credit for being like, oh wow, it's so meta, it's a deconstruction and all this, and like Scream. You know, but Gremlins 2 was like one of the first like really meta movies. And I think people didn't really know what to fucking do with it. They're like, why is it so self-referential? I don't get it.
Yeah. Why is it so self-aware?
Yeah. People didn't like that in their movies. They're like, it's not trying to cast a spell. It's actually kind of like it's kind of breaking the fourth wall
like
and
80s
taking
wrestling.
me into it.
Look like 80s wrestling, dude. Like the era of kayfabe. It's like people still kind of wanted that bullshit.
I'll bring you a hot take on this. I like Gremlins 2 better than I like the fucking first Gremlins, and I don't give a shit. It's a fucking more creative movie. It's fucking smart. It actually makes fun of Gremlins 1 as well as a bunch of other monster movies.
You gotta love
in
that
a self-aware way.
And it was so ahead of its time. When did this come out?
I think it was 91, 92 or something like that.
I know 90. I was young when this came out, so it might have been earlier. Like 89, 90, something like that.
Somewhere in that range, though, for sure. This is a great movie.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch. You haven't seen it.
I love both the Gremlins films. I am shocked that we have yet to get a Gremlins 3 because all these recognizable franchises have been remade, rehashed, repackaged, whatever.
You're not going to get a Gremlins 3, TJ. You're going to get a Gremlins 1 reboot.
Yeah.
Remember when the Gremlins were puppets? Now they're CGI monsters, dude.
I don't want to fucking... If you give me a CGI gremlin, I'm fucking kicking your ass.
And guess what?
All right?
The Gremlins are cute now, TJ.
I'm going to Hollywood. No, the Mogwai are supposed to be cute.
Yo, the Gremlins are
supposed
cute
to be horrible.
too. Oh, look at the cute little gremlin.
They're evil, but they're cute evil.
Bullshit. No.
And guess what, TJ? Guess what? No, before you move on, guess what?
Yeah. What?
Paul Rudd's having a crazy day.
No.
He ran across a Mogwai.
Nope.
Ugh.
Nope.
You know it's happening.
Scream now while there's still room to breathe.
Love this movie, dude.
Terror has no shape.
Dude, I want to stick my dick in the blob and come in it.
You better come quick because
obviously I'm going to edge, so I'm right about to nut and then just nut. And then we'll eat my dick while I'm nutting.
You know, when you said this about the volcano, I kind of just thought like, haha, Paul's just being funny. But like, you've heard you want to stick your dick in yet another dangerous thing, I feel like this is a thing for you, but that's okay. I don't judge.
Well, not only that, but I have like a slight, like, you've seen like Goo Girl art or whatever.
Yeah, you got a little bit of that.
Yeah, like a chick that's like translucent, so you can see the dick. You know.
You know what I respected about this movie as a fucking as a kid?
What
is they showed a kid get killed in this movie? Any movie
like
where they kill a kid?
Too.
Yeah, any movie that kills a
kid.
In
the movie theater?
Especially when I was a kid. Because I noticed in movies, like, it always felt like the kid was safe. So any movie that fucking turned that expectation on its head and, like, brutally killed the kid. This one, it's like the girl and the two boys are running. And the blob just grabs one of the boys and just dissolves his ass.
Oh, dude, there's so many great scenes. Like in the movie theater, the blob's on the ceiling. The people are all watching. The blob's just...
Okay, so I love the classic 1950s Blob. It's actually a really revolutionary film. It was like one of the first independent pictures that was made outside of the Hollywood studio system that gained traction.
Pioneered a lot of like movie trickery too, like using reverse footage to imply forward motion when you're seeing retraction or vice versa.
It's actually the first movie, I believe, and this obviously whenever you talk about first, there's always going to be argument, but it is the first movie, at least, to popularize the idea of all the teenagers in town know what's really going on, but the stupid, blithe adults are just way too skeptical. And
which, like,
they only
just
catch on before it's too late, and that became a trope. So, I mean,
you can't even even great horror movies use it. You know what I mean? It's not like a shit trope. It just became the basis of modern horror films.
But that's the 50s Blob. But this one I actually like better as a picture. The creature effects are crazy good.
Some of the best kills.
The kill scenes are
one of my fucking all-time favorite kill scenes where the guy's trying to unclog the sink. He's like,
I mean, that is like the dude is literally has his entire body pulled through a hole this big by the blob, just showcasing the blob's insane strength, power.
Some great death reveals. Even though he dies off screen, it's like, we got to call the sheriff. They look in the blob, and it's like they're in the phone booth.
There's a great fake out, almost Hitchcockian, where the people you think are the main characters are not.
My favorite shot in this movie is so quick, but it's so cool, especially as a effect for the time. It's when the blob is inside of a victim. Mm-hmm. And they take his body to the morgue and they go to check on him and his body's completely gone. And they're like, what the fuck? And then you see a flashlight shine up into the corner and the blob is in the corner, like retracting away, like it's trying to get out of the room or shrink away from the light so it can escape. And it's just like, whoa, how did they do that shot back in the fucking 80s with no CG, you know? Because it just looks so perfect. It's like just back into the corner.
About 80% of the special effects in this have aged just like amazing. They look so good. The other 20% do. I mean, there's some awkward stuff.
There's like mostly that like drawn stuff with the meteorite, like that hand drawn animation to make it. You know what I mean?
And there's some of that awkward green screen shit where the lighting on the thing or on the blob doesn't really match the lighting around it, so it kind of doesn't work.
Especially towards the end when the blob is a big city destroying monster. That's when that really becomes apparent, the green screen shit.
But for most of this, I mean, most of the effects of this movie hold up super well, and the story is great, and the characters, they're not like amazing jump off the screen shit, but they're pretty fucking solid. Really great movie. If you've never seen this, it's a great example of a fucking, in my opinion, insanely underrated 80s fucking horror movie.
And a really dope fucking picture here too, like a really dope poster.
Oh yeah, which is what we're supposed to be talking about. But I mean,
that's like, for me, that's like one of the coolest things about the blob is that it's very scary, but it's like this innocuous pink goo. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't look scary on the face of it, but it is terrifying what it does. It just comes for you and digests you.
Here's another more mainstream film, but another John Carpenter film.
Can I give a hot take on this poster?
Yeah, well, this poster is actually a ripoff of the poster from the 50s version.
I know that. It's bad. They should have conceived a new poster for this. I understand they were trying to give a nod to the original 50s The Thing, but this is not like, you see a lot of these other movies and they give away the move, like a little bit of the feel of the movie without telling you the whole plot. This doesn't do that. This doesn't tell you shit. It's just kind of a vague guy.
I have to disagree because I remember this fucking being a very eye-catching VHS cover that compelled me because I didn't know shit about John Carpenter or what the thing was or anything.
You're talking about when you're a kid, so yeah, you're just like, what is this?
I was walking down the aisle and something about this was just like, what is this?
It's not poorly designed, but I just think that
I think also what it says to me, honestly, is like you see this man-shaped form, but there's this bright light of just like that just lets you know like whatever's in this man-shaped suit is not a man. And I think that's great for the movie. It's like there's this otherworldly, ethereal alien light shining out of a human face. Doesn't actually directly reflect anything that happens in the film, but I think it gets to the ideas contained within. So I got to disagree on that.
I don't know. I think this, it's obviously striking. Like it's got that good rule of thirds thing. And I remember seeing this on the shelves too when I was a kid, and it drew the eye. And I mean, maybe that makes it a great movie poster. But for me, like knowing the film, I think that you could have done something else with this movie poster. Like,
I mean, you definitely could have done a lot of things with it.
It's a really hard concept to convey just through like an image. So, I mean, I can understand why they went with a design like this. But at the same time, I mean, I can take your point too, Paul. It's like, I don't really know. Like, I see some variations on the cover I thought were better. They were just done by people who really just are fans of the film. So I think it could have been done better, but I think it's adequate. I will say that. I think it's an adequate poster.
Ooh.
Ray Wise presents The Rift. The danger below is now the danger within.
So this is, I like, there's a weird little fetus thing in a tree or something.
Like, it's H.R. Giger like that fetus thing. He does that a lot. He'll like put like a human form in this like weird insectoid kind of thing. So I like that. These troopers look a whole lot like stormtroopers. Let's be real.
Sure.
So clearly this is taking some stormtrooper, ripoffs.
It's kind of unclear what the fuck is even going on around them. It just seems like there's like a vague spookiness happening.
Well, no, I mean, if you look, it looks like they're fighting off some ghosts or some shit. Like they're some ethereal entities, maybe roots that have human form or some shit. Who knows, man? I like this. This is pretty good.
Got a few more to get through, so I'll just Anthropophagus, the Grim Reaper. It's not fear that tears you apart. It's him.
Sold.
What?
He looks a little dorky in this, but like sold anyway.
I'm almost more sold by the tagline. I mean, he just looks like,
Yeah. He looks like the dude from what's that fucking movie? Cabin Boy. The guy that I don't know what the actor's name is. He looks like that dude, but in a horror movie.
Yeah, he does look like crazy, but not all that imposing. So he's slurping up some guts.
Movie. Don't worry about it. Will Wheaton in The Curse.
I've seen The Curse. Have you seen The Curse?
The Curse. I have not seen The Curse.
Does Will Wheaton die in it?
No, that's The Curse.
Not.
Yep, not interested in seeing it.
Based on H.P. Lovecraft's The Color Out of Space.
So no.
Probably the most adapted Lovecraft story.
There's so very little Lovecraftian influence left in this movie that it's almost not even worth mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, they barely even try to draw attention to it. It's like tiny little. Based on H.P. Lovecraft.
It's a little bit H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft, man.
Whispers McMillan writes the fucking tagline.
H.P. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft, man.
What's that?
And I think we already did Cocaine Wars.
Cocaine Wars.
Here we go. House 2, The Second Story.
This is a great series of movies, and House 2 is actually the best. This is almost like if you are a fan of, and I'm not trying to say it's the same level, but if you're a fan of the weird blend of comedy and body horror and actually scary shit and funny shit that is in fucking Dead Alive and Dead Alive 2, this is a movie that kind of almost feels like it has that same whimsy about it. It doesn't take itself super seriously, but it also lands some scares. And I don't know about you, TJ, but I remember seeing this on the VHS, shelf.
Yeah. Dude, House was a common rental. House 2, I rented a few times. I think House 2 has one of the most clever titles, The Second Story. I don't know. It just like that kind of fucking on the nose pun just gets me every time.
Second Story. Yeah.
What's the tagline up there? It's
an all new house with brand new owners. I don't think it's a very good tagline. But no, I mean, the movies actually, I mean, like both the House movies, if there's, is there more than 2? I think there's.
Well, there's a postscript tagline too. It's getting weirder. I kind of like that one.
Yeah. The first House movie, I really enjoyed. The second one, I didn't enjoy quite as much, but I do like it. And this cover, this one was just always mesmerizing. It was like another one that you always would pass in the VHS because, like, a lot of times these posters doubled as, you know,
well, they
VHS box art.
That's all they were. Like they were just sales pitches for whatever that crappy movie, you know.
So you'd walk past and you'd see that poster and you'd be like, "Whoa, that looks kind of interesting." And then the first one kind of had a similar theme, so you almost like, "Yeah, okay, House and House 2." I'd see it in the video store as a kid. I'd rent them pretty often because they were funny and scary.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you definitely rented these a lot.
I got 3 more posters, so let's do those. H.P. Lovecraft's classic tale of horror, Re-Animator. It will scare you to pieces. Herbert West has a good head on his shoulders and another one on his desk.
I mean, I like this movie, but I don't think it's going to scare you to pieces.
No, this movie is probably going to. It's more funny and entertaining than it is actually scary.
It's a good movie, though. It's actually like I think a worthy adaptation of the H.P. Lovecraft story, Herbert West.
And Jeffrey Combs is fucking awesome as Herbert West.
Well, it's actually more faithful to that story too. It's not just like a side thing because a lot of these horror movies would say Re-Animator.
It's a dude that is obsessed singularly, and he's brilliant with bringing back the recently dead, conquering death by finding a fresh enough corpse that he can bring it back to life, and then he goes further and further in his pursuit of those corpses, basically.
Right, and he has no sort of
ethics.
There's no sort of there's no ethical constraints or whatever the fuck. He's just 100% like, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm a scientist.
Template for the mad scientist trope that has shown up, in other stuff.
And great film, really witty, really fucking intelligent script. Great example of like rising above the station of just mere schlock and doing something really creative with it.
Agreed.
This is probably not an example of that. Mutant Hunt, New York, 29. They loved setting in New York in 2019 for some reason. New York, 2019, record crime, choking pollution, martial law, and open season on cyborgs.
I gotta be honest with you.
Wait, is it a cyborg hunt or is it a mutant hunt?
The cyborgs are probably gonna win, dude. Look at that fucking thing. His arm's
his arm is like 12 feet long.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. Por qué no dos? They're cyborg mutants, TJ.
Ah, shit. You can't fuck with that.
Fuck me, silly. I love this "future is a dirty place" tagline at the top too. Yes, it is.
The future is a dirty place.
It is, yes.
Let's take a quick. I want to see what Mutant Hunt actually looks like. Even though we're running a little high on the time.
Here's a trailer for Mutant Hunt.
I'm doing it. Yeah. Get to the Mutant Hunt.
These are cyborgs. They're not.
Okay. No. It sucks. These are cyborgs. No, those are dorks.
Yeah, it's like 6 dorks in a room. Nope. Fuck off.
This is the poster. And this is the actual cyborgs here. The dudes with glasses. Oh, wait. So they do mutate.
They're not programmed to kill. But these cyborgs are mutants.
See? I was right. They are mutant cyborgs.
You know what? Giving this a second look, I mean, it's still. Wait, why is this dude in his underwear? He's in tighty whities shooting a. I don't know.
Because sometimes the mutants come on you when you're in your tighty whities and you gotta defend yourself.
Mutants. Mutant Hunt. You don't find them. They.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the practicals.
You know what? I take back what I. You shouldn't have introduced them like this. You should have fucking
show us the mutants.
I mean, introducing them like this as dorks and then having them turn into that cool shit at the end is pretty good, though. You have to admit.
Yeah, that's true. True enough. All right, we got one last poster. Let's see what we got here. This is Atlantis Inferno.
But how?
Could it be more generic? Just another guy with big muscles pointing a gun at some nebulous thing. Looks like he's fucking cockeyed. Like he's like, I can't do the cockeye, so I'll just do the cross-eye because that's like, you know.
I'm in Atlantis with a gun and it's on fire.
I'm doing, there's like underwater cars behind him with like fins and
Which
shit.
are probably just motorcycles they put shit on.
Anyway, that's some fucking crazy schlocky ass movie posters from a bygone era of film. What happened to movies? That's what I want to know. Anyway, see you motherfuckers later.
Deep bad pride. Deep bad pride. Deep bad pride. Deep bad pride.